KXVS on 92.1. Coming soon.
Yo, 209 is a new radio show on KXVS, the voice of Stockton, hosted by youth, featuring talented, inspirational, introverted, trailblazing, accomplished, or otherwise amazing and awesome young people of Stockton and the 209 area. Yo, 209 shares positive and inspirational interviews, news, information, and events and activities of and about our community's young people. Here's your host, Donavin Mazuski.
What's up, everybody? This is Donavin, your host for today. You can probably remember me from thisisdonovan.com or my YouTube, and of course, I'm always here at KXVS, the voice of Stockton. And this is Yo 209. I am joined here with a very, very special guest, very talented young woman, Melanie. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Yes, and of course, her mother.
Hi, everybody.
Now, tell us a little about yourself. You know, your age, what you do, all that jazz.
So I'm 20 years old. I've been doing Tahitian dance my whole life, pretty much. My siblings and I were pretty much born into this because my mom fell in love with it when she was in high school. Mm-hmm. So we were all born into it and kind of forced as kids to do it. But, you know, as we got older, we learned to love it. And now it's just become a part of our lives. And, like, no matter what, we can't stop.
That is very awesome. And I know that you have done a lot with your talent. Very recently, you had quite an accomplishment, a very big title. And I'm trying to say the name right. It is the... Can you help me here? It is
the Orititi Nui World Champion.
World Championship. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you are the holder of that title.
In 2015.
In 2015. Mm-hmm. But you won, and, like, that is amazing. And I have to ask, like, since winning... has it changed your, like, opinion of yourself at all? Do you feel like when you walk around and you're like, I win things. I win world championships. I'm good.
Well, people who really know me, they know I'm really not that kind of person. My parents have always taught my siblings and I to just, no matter what you do, what you accomplish, you remember that you need to remain humble because, you know, no matter what you're awarded with or what you've been given in your life, that could all be taken away from you at any moment or point in time. So they've always taught us to really be humble with the things that we've done. And, you know, even after winning the world championship, like, even to this day, I ask myself, like, why me? You know, like, I'm an American and it's not even my culture. And it just makes me happy that I was able to make them proud, the Tahitians, because, you know, for somebody doing their culture, you know, some people are going to think of it as a bad thing, you know, because, how can an American perpetuate my culture better than a Tahitian, you know? So it is a lot of pressure, you know, for anyone it's a lot of pressure, but especially if this isn't your culture, if that makes sense.
I feel that, yeah, I really understand. Yeah. You are extremely humble. It's great. I love it. Good job, Mom. It's very awesome. Now you are, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 4 siblings. I'm the baby of 5. My oldest brother, Matt, amen. And then after him is my sister, Coley, and then my brother, Marcus, then Sean, then me. And me, how old is Matt, Mom? I don't know. He was like 18 when I was born, but it's just crazy how, like, all of us are so close to each other. And I think that the reason that we are so close to each other is that because of this culture and because we have our own group, and not a lot of families do this, or people in general. Yeah. And, you know, there are times, you know, like, we want to rip each other's throats out, you know, of course.
Of course, right?
You know, like siblings, you know, but, I mean, at the end of the day, like, no matter what happens, like, we just remember that, you know, family comes first. And I think that's really important to remember no matter what.
Wow, that's beautiful. Every time she says, like, good things, I'm just looking at you and I'm like, you did a good job. This is a keeper. And all of you guys dance.
Well, my sister and I, we dance. Also, my niece, my sister's daughter, she dances too. She's 14 years old.
14 years old.
And my brother, Sean, he's a dancer too, but he's also really good at, like, choreography, like, male and female. And my oldest brother, Matt, he's good at choreography too, but he's also a really good drummer. And my brother, Marcus, he's the lead drummer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, now how old were you when I know like you have older siblings, and I'm imagining obviously you've been enveloped in this culture and this practice and dancing since you were like a very young person. Probably, I guess, since technically before you were born.
I know,
You were
when I was in the womb.
hearing the music. How old were you when you started dancing?
Honestly, I can't even give you an exact number. Like, it's probably just as soon as I started walking. Like, my mom would always tell me when I was little that I'd just always be dancing everywhere. And I feel like that's kind of how I learned to dance, is just from watching everybody else. Like, because, of course, like, my sister was older than me, so everybody else was dancing way before I was, so I just grew up always watching everybody else and trying to dance like everybody else, really.
That's great, because, I mean, you know what? I love that. Like, as a child, like, when you're born, like, dancing and, like, moving around, it's a natural form of expression.
Yeah.
And like as you get older, like if it's not, let's say like you're not put in situations where like you get to dance a lot, then that might kind of fade away and you'll express yourself in other ways. But like if it's nurtured and like the opportunity is like presented there, then like you'll dance. And like it's great that you've been able to grow up and have this like very particular I mean, I'm sure you're like experienced with different dances and stuff, but like this particular dance style and like movement and like become like really good at that. Like that's great. And I'm imagining, of course, watching your older siblings has been like an inspiration, and then you get to like try to do what they do. Like, okay, because my 5 sisters, not my 5, 4 of my oldest sisters, they sing. And they used to sing like together. And I remember like being like a younger baby person and like watching them like huddle up and like try to like come up with moves and like try to outdo each other and then like make up new dances and like new songs and like perform, try to perform together and like come up with choreographies and like
I think as the the younger sibling, like any younger sibling can say, growing up watching your older siblings, like you always want to be like them, so it's kind of crazy when you're actually starting to grow up and like you realize like some of this has come from, watching other people and learning from others, especially your siblings. Yeah. Because, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to be like you, I hate you, or, whatever. But, I mean, when you realize it, you become more and more like them as you get older because you've been watching them for so long.
Yeah, and their personality and their traits and their good habits and the bad habits, they kind of like, they fall into you and you get to become your own person. Yeah. It's like a mix of your family. And I love that about tight-knit families, and especially when there's like a talent or like in this case dancing, like that it's just like ingrained in there, then like you see that one particular practice or ability like just flourish through all of them, and it's beautiful to see. I love your family, you guys are great. Now I have to ask, like, so I imagine you do like a lot of dancing. Yes. Right? Yes. Is there anything that you've kind of had to like sacrifice to be as good as you are? I imagine.
Yes, growing up it was really hard because when I think I was 10 when we started our own group, and I kind of had to take on the responsibility of like teaching other people, and I'm still trying to grow up, so I kind of had to sacrifice a lot of my childhood just as far as like actually being a kid. Because I had to teach other people, or when I was in high school, I can't go hang out with my friends because I have to go to practice, or like I'm not focused on my schoolwork because I can't stop thinking about dancing, and like no matter how hard I tried, it's like I'm just sitting there thinking about dancing.
So like after you practice, the moves are still playing in your head, and
it's still like it's even after I leave, like it's still going on in my head, like no matter how hard I try. And I think that's been one of the hardest things for me is that. Just like trying to like get back. I don't even know if it's trying to get back what I feel like I missed from my childhood, but like now that I'm older, it's like I should try this, or I should
things that you didn't get to do earlier, and you kind of like
it's like I should try to focus on school more. That's kind of important.
It's a little bit, right? Like
it's a little important,
study a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, like it wasn't all bad. I can't say that it was all bad because if I never danced, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Because doing this, like going to competitions all the time and meeting new people from everywhere. Like I've been to Mexico, I've been to Tahiti, I've been to Las Vegas to do competitions in the Bay Area and SoCal. Like you meet all these new people, and I met my best friend from dancing. And like, who would have thought that? Everybody thinks you meet your best friend because you see them every day at school or things like that. Like, yes, I have my best friends, like from school and stuff, but I met like my my, you know, like my ride or die kind of
Yeah.
best friend from dancing, you know. And it's just, I really wouldn't be the person I am today without dancing, because it's just the experiences that you go through, and, you know, basically just like you're kind of opening yourself to new things instead of just, you know, going to school because that's what you should do when
Right,
you're a
yeah.
teenager, or, you know, just, you know, a lot of people don't really get that when they're young, and I'm thankful for that, you know, because I am today who I am because of that.
Yeah, you're experienced.
Mhm.
You have like a broader perspective.
Yeah.
And you're able to look at things differently and
Yeah.
kind of like have I guess just a broader perspective.
Mhm.
It's really great. I 100% sympathize with you. I've grown up quite strangely. I have a
Yeah.
weird dad and, and a weird mom. So, like, I really get what you're saying
Yeah.
there. We're going to go on a quick break right here on Yo 209 on KXVS, the voice of Stockton, with our special guest, Melanie Amin, and her mother. What is your name again?
Yolanda.
Yolanda. All right. We're going to be right back. Make sure you guys stay tuned right here. KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
KXVS, the voice of Stockton, here at Stone Soup Studio at the Peace and Justice Network.
Oh yeah, turn down a little bit. Okay, so I know we totally just cut off like everyone's favorite song, but we wanted to tell everybody that we have a new YouTube channel, and we need you to subscribe to the new channel because we're not uploading or streaming on the old channel anymore. It's still the voice of Stockton.
It's gonna be fresh, brand new,
New content.
great content,
Yeah.
only exclusively on KXVS.
Yes. If you and on this video will be a link in the description where you can click it. But if you want to type it in, we made it real easy for you. You know, bit.ly, the short link, bit.ly. So you can type bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. So bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. That's easy enough, right, Donavin? Donovan's the silent minority.
Speechless.
I'm trying to get my accent right. Hold on. I'm just throwing over it in my head. Let me start. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. How to do it? All right. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go subscribe to this new channel. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's different about this channel than the last one?
Well,
What's changed?
Well, we're making some changes. We're always doing something new, but this is something that we had to do this, and we've had to do this for a while. So this new channel, it's really not much different, except the channel will be different. So all our new content is going on the channel, and we're going to migrate all our videos over to that channel as well, and we won't be using the old channel. So if you're waiting on that channel, you'll be missing it. So please do subscribe to our new channel, and it's real easy. You know, follow us on Facebook, thevoiceofstockton.org. You can find us everywhere. Keep watching us on our live streams, but that's it. We just wanted to break in and tell you that.
And let's make Stockton better together.
That's right. Make Stockton better together. All right. So, you know what? Let's start this track over because this is the best bomb song. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. KXVS, the voice of Stockton, with Donavin and Mr. Details, Dustin Breakville. This is Governor Don signing off.
KXVS on 92.1. Coming soon.
Welcome back to Youth 209, Yo 209. Here's your host, Donavin Mizuski.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Youth 209 on KXVS, the voice of Stockton. This is Donavin, joined here with the lovely Melanie Amin and Yolanda Amin. Been talking about her life, her championship, growing up and all that jazz. And if we have a moment, I'd like to show some clips that we have. Can we play those? All right. What's the first one you'd like to play?
I guess from the competition in Fullerton, that one in the blue. Yeah, that was from 2015, before I even went to Tahiti to compete in the World Championship.
Before you had your title.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still just as talented, but like not on paper.
Yeah, but yeah, it took a lot of hard work to just prepare for this. Because even during, getting ready for this, we were getting ready for a group competition. So having to focus on, your dancing itself, and then at the same time trying to put on a production with like 200 people. You know, it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of hard work. I was literally there every single day, all the time. And even when I was in school, like, I was there all the time, just practicing, or, you know, there with my brothers till 2-3 in the morning trying to get stuff together. And it was crazy, but, you know, it's worth it in the end, because you realize, like, like in the moment you're like, I'm so tired, I don't want to do this, you know, like I'd rather just be sleeping. But you know, in the end, you know, you realize that it brings you guys closer, and that it's because it brings you closer because this is something that you guys all love to do.
Yeah, and at the end you have this amazing, worthwhile experience. And you're like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah, and you're like, it's over already, and like the whole time before you're like, man, this is taking forever. Like,
all right, let's roll the clip. All right, so I thought there was going to be music playing. It's just the video.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, so even when they have a photographer at every competition, so the photographer who recorded this, like, it wasn't even that big at the time, you know, because pretty much, like, when he uploads it, it's like, it's kind of just for the dancers, just so we can see, like, oh, I want to see how I did, you know, from a good quality camera, you know, not from like your iPhone or something like that.
Get that.
But I don't know what happened, like, it just went viral on Facebook, and one day, like, my sister found it and it had 8 million views, and I'm like, I don't even know how this happened, you know. And then now, like, there's all these.
All right. Well, anyway, while we're getting that straightened out, you and I actually go to the same college.
Yes.
That is interesting. I didn't know that until we just talked about it off air, guys. San Joaquin Delta College, how long have you been there?
I've been there since the fall of 2014.
Fall of 2014.
So this is my 3rd year now.
That's about as long as I've been there.
Yeah.
That's weird. I've never talked to you.
I know. I just go to school, put my headphones in, don't talk to anyone. If I see my friends, I just say, okay, bye, I gotta go.
Yeah, I know what you. I literally, like, this entire like month, I have like 30 people who are like angry texting me, and they're like, "Guy, we haven't seen you." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I've been at the radio
I know,
station."
and my phone just broke, so, you know, all my friends are, where are you? Why are you not texting me? Sorry, I don't have a phone. So, you know.
Yeah, same issues. That is hilarious. All right, so what is your major out there?
Nursing.
Nursing. Okay, are you taking any wow, that's hilarious. Are you taking any other classes that go with your with dancing?
No. I'm like, at school, I'm strictly just focusing on school. Like what I want to do. Yeah. I that's one of the things that I always try to do is it's kind of hard, but, you know, you have to separate things sometimes. Like when I'm at school, I want to be at school. And then when I'm at practice, I want to be at practice. Not, okay, I'm at practice, I need to worry about, you know, what did I do today at school? You know, when I'm doing something, I want to focus just on that and not try to overwhelm myself with so many things, you know, trying to do all these things that I know I'm not going to be able to handle, really.
That is a great habit. I should pick up on that. I don't have that at all. Like
no, it took me a while, because in high school I really didn't take school seriously, just because I was so into dancing, and I still am that much into dancing. But, you know, as you get older, you realize, like
hey, school, you know, I'm gonna need
school's
this.
School's kind of important, you know. So I might need this later on, so I might as well start now, you know. But once I got to Delta, like after my first semester, I was like, okay, I really need to start taking this seriously, because school just was never really a priority for me, so I didn't know how to make it a priority. And so I really, you know, it's just like a maturity thing, you know. Sometimes it takes a while for some people to realize it, but I'm glad I realized it when I did, and not like today, like how many years later. So
I sympathize. I was homeschooled like from 3rd grade till 8th grade, and then when I went to high school, instead of going to just like a high school, my dad was like, no, I don't want you to do that. I'm gonna put you at this college and have you do like a weird sort of 50%, you know, college courses and 50% like high school courses. And so that's what I've been doing. And it's interesting because like during like my younger years, middle school time, school was just something that I did. Like I was like living life, and then I would like, all right, well, I have to get like this homework out of the way.
Yeah.
And so I would do that. And I really had like a lot of freedom to alter my schedule and do kind of like whatever I wanted. And I didn't have that at all when I started doing like regular school, and it took me like a rough period, and honestly like I've just kind of figured it out like just now, like how to like separate the things and like do like work and then kind of go and do other things and like separate them from like your
it's really hard, especially when it's school has never been a habit for you,
right?
And really everything else has been a habit for you. So when it comes to school, it's like, man, I don't want to do this homework, I don't want to study, but I'm like, I gotta tell myself, like, you just stay in your room and you just put your headphones in and you just find a way to focus. Like, that's the only way I learn, is like I just have to find my thing, like what's gonna help me focus,
Right, totally. Do we have the clip? All right, let's roll that now.
Yeah, so this routine that I did, it actually wasn't a routine that was made for me. It was it was made for my niece, and I hadn't before this. The only solo competition I did was in the one in November in 2015 for the World Championship. So every time I go out, I'm like, I'll just do somebody else's routine. I'm not gonna make up a new one. I'll just do somebody else's, because then I see somebody else's routine. I'm like, I like that. I think I want to do that. So
wow.
Yeah. So this is actually my niece's routine.
The 14-year-old?
Yeah, the 14-year-old.
Wow. It looks so advanced.
I know. And believe it or not, she's taller than me, and she's 14 years old. Yes.
Wow. This routine was for your 14-year-old niece.
Yes.
Wow. You guys are incredibly talented.
Thank you.
Okay, and there's a third clip, right?
Yes, this third clip, this is actually the routine that I did in November for the World Championship. So for the World Championship, they one of the things that the Tahitians notice when they come here to the States, excuse me, is when they see us do competitions, they see that, we know all these moves and stuff, but what do they really mean? Because in the Tahitian culture, every arm movement or hip movement, whatever it is, it means something. So for this World Championship in November of 2015 that I did, they wanted us to do a mehura. And mehura is like a slow-paced dance. It's really similar to hula. And my theme was on hotuhiva. So I'm a little rough on the the whole background story. I haven't talked about it in a while, but hotuhiva was basically, she was like the daughter of like somebody high up, like a chief or something, and her whole life was basically planned out for her, like, you're gonna marry this person, and da 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 da. And she didn't want that. So she escaped in a drum to another island, and I think what was it? I don't know if she I forgot what it was that she found when she escaped in the drum.
I don't remember what it was.
I know, but the gist of it is that basically she just didn't want. That's not the life that she wanted. So the dance that I did, the theme of it was based off of that, and I didn't make up this routine. Tiare Trompette, she's the director of Hey Tahiti from Tahiti. She is actually my favorite group there.
Okay.
And she's basically like my idol. And I asked her if she could basically mentor me and help me and guide me, because this would be the first time that I would ever do anything like this in a competition where you have to come up with something on the spot. So what she did is she came to the hotel that we were staying at, and we were just, I don't know, we just went like in this little walkway with like all these bushes and stuff, and she kind of just gave me some moves to really that would really tell the story of my theme when I'm out there. And I guess what, you know, what I put out there, the judges liked, because after the judges were just saying that they felt like I was telling a story rather than just going out there and doing moves that I knew. And that was the whole point of it, is because when they come see Americans dance, or, you know, they go to Mexico and see them dance, or Japan or wherever, you know, they're not really dancing with not necessarily feeling, but you're not dancing, you're not telling a story when you're dancing, really. So that was really the whole point of it. And then on top of that, on top of the mejura, you also had to do the fast ori kind of like solo, like the one that we watched in the orange or the blue, like that. Right. Yeah. So this the one in the white is that's the mejura that I did in November when I won the title of the world champion of 2015.
Nice. So the point of that event was to demonstrate that you like could tell a story and like have like a passion and like a feeling and a meaning behind your moves and like understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you did excellently.
Thank you.
Very well. All right. So a few more questions I have. Play. Oh yeah, please play it. 2016. Okay, well that was quite the dance. Is the video over? Is it ended? Okay. There are a few more questions I have to ask. Yolanda, the story of
my story.
could you give us a little bit more background on like how exactly dance became a part of your family?
Well, like you said, you read on our website, a friend of mine, Pam, and we call her Pam, just at Edison High School, everyone kind of hung out in Toll Hall. That was like the main place where everybody gathered between classes. Yeah. And she had her locker open and she was just kind of drumming, and I had never heard anything like that before. And I was like, what is that drumming? It just kind of drew me to her. And she started telling me, oh, you know, I belong to this Tahitian dance group. I go, what? What are Tahitians? Who I didn't know anything about the culture, hadn't been exposed to it. So she kind of invited me to a class, and I attended, and you got to kind of get up and try the hula and try the Tahitian. And I said, man, this is just like, I didn't want to leave. Like the class was over and I still wanted to stay because I just wanted more. And I've just been hooked ever since. And that was with a group called Lehuanani. They were one of the first groups here in Stockton. And I was there like 1978, this all happened. And I've just been kind of part of this for the longest time. And like Melanie said, my kids were born into this. They didn't really have a choice. And for my kids, it's weird because all the loud drumming and everything, people are like, oh my God, that's going to hurt their ears. But it was more of a lullaby for them. As soon as they heard the drums, they would fall asleep because it was just so soothing, because they had just been exposed to it from in the womb.
And it is soothing.
Yeah. So it's not my culture, but it's just something I fell in love with. It could have been, I heard someone, playing jazz, or could have been someone dancing ballet down the hall, and I might have fallen in love with that. But this is just what called to me. And we tried to walk away and not do it all. Let's just take a break. And we just can't. We just can't. We tried. We just can't do it. So it's just embedded in our blood.
That is beautiful. And I'm really happy that you guys stuck with it and like grew into that and created such a wonderful situation, and like it was such a wonderful story. It's very inspiring. We are unfortunately out of time, and I would like to ask you, Melanie, is there anything that you would like to say to the youth of 209 and others who are in either growing up with similar situations, or in just anything inspiring words you'd have to say?
As far as to the youth of 209, I would just say that if you have a talent, don't be afraid to show it, and don't let that go to waste, because not everybody has the kind of talent that you have, and if you find that you're really good at something, then you have to work hard and able to excel in it. Nothing is just handed to you like that. You have to work for what you want. And if you have the kind of attitude like, oh, I'm just going to get it because, it's just going to be given to me, then that's where you've already messed up right there. You've already set yourself up to fail. Because if you want something, you have to go and get it. You have to work hard for it. That is the only way that I got to where I am today, is because I was just doing what I loved, and I was trying my hardest. I gave 100% every single time. And that's all you really need to do. And people will see that. You don't have it, they won't see it because of your words. They'll see it in for me, they see it in my dancing, because I put in 100% all the time. So don't be afraid to show your talent. Just if you have it, then you continue to do that, and you do it for yourself, because you also have to know that if you have this talent and it makes you happy, then this is something that you should do. And as far as like for people who might be in the kind of situation that I wasn't growing up, like having pressure to to be an adult already before you can even grow up, it's like you're gonna learn a lot from that. It's not just all bad that is gonna come from that. There might be times when you're like, you want to fight with your parents and you say, I don't want to do this, I want to be a kid, I want to go get in trouble, or I want to go hang with my friends. Like it's gonna shape you into a really strong and unique person. And yes, it may be hard, but it's worth it in the end.
Thank you. Wow. A lot of that hit me personally. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Welcome.
And lastly, is there any social media that people can follow you or your organization on?
I'm on Instagram and on Facebook. There's actually a fan page under my name. I think it's Melanie Amen, and then hyphen Tamari Materia. And then we actually have our groups page, Tamari Materia, on there. So you can just put in my name, like on Instagram or YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram. That's just my name, Melanie Marie Y Amen. And then, our group name and stuff on Facebook.
Perfect.
My name?
Spell the Instagram.
MELANIE. There's a hyphen, MARIE, then Y.AMEN.
Thank you. Yeah, those hyphens, they sneak up on you.
I know. Sorry. I have a long name.
It's fine. And I'd like to give a special thank you to Bryson Kim for those video clips that we showed. Thank you. Wonderful videos. Thank you, Melanie and Yolanda Amen, for being in here and being on our show.
No,
really
thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Thank
Of
you
course,
so much.
Thank you. Thank you for talking with us. This has been Yo 209 on KXVS, the voice of Stockton. This is Donavin Mazuski, and we will see you guys soon.